Hello, peoples. I'm DigDug, and it's time to play Miners Haven. And I am joined today by none other than DarkJ, who has graciously agreed to help me unscrew up my setup here. Thanks, Dark.
Hey, no problem. Your setup's not looking too bad. I don't think we'll have to do too much cosmetic surgery to
Well, so
it.
here's what I did to get up to QD. So I'm at 24.2 QD, and it's going up slowly. Over here, I would set up basically three huge kind of opal droppers, and on the end I did like an unobtainium or something, which fell into this loop until such a time that it looked like everything was maxed, and then I sent
Okay.
them around here, where they ended up in the sacrificial altar, and I can't really remember, but it was not bad. I mean, it got me to QD. I don't think these portables, even though they're awesome, I don't think I'm using them very well. The thingamajig probably ought to have painite going into it because it's faster, even though each ore would be less. I think that would be better. So it's just little things that I think I need to do because the money's going up, but it's going up slow.
All right. Well, let's start with your main setup. So the key things that you want to focus on in a setup like this, like a conveyor setup, is there's an order to things. You always, if you have additive items, you want those to be first, like off the rip. So I think you have, yeah, these purifiers, I believe, are additive, are they not? They just add an amount to the ore.
I think so. Let me check.
Yeah, see, they add $9 to the value of the ore. So see, at the very end of the setup, you're not having much of a value. You're just adding $9 to it. But at the beginning of the setup, you add that ore to that value to the ore, and then you multiply and increase percentage wise, and it increases your value by a lot. So you
Yeah,
want to add additive items in the very beginning.
like even prior to the loop, you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, that
If
makes
you
sense.
if you're using any additive items, they always want to be first, and then um, second, you want to do capped percentage increase items. Okay, so like if an item states that it will increase an item by a certain percentage up to a certain dollar amount, then you want those second right after additive, and that's only because they have a cap.
Right.
You can only get so much out of them.
And would you put those, like, if the cap is pretty high compared to the ore, would you put those in the loop?
See, that's the thing. A lot of people do put those in the loop. For instance, like the Morning Star has such a high cap, they'll actually use that to determine where their ore value's at. So they'll let it go around and around and around until it starts to blink, and then you know, hey, we're at that value. We can release it from the loop,
Nice.
and it's because it has a cap. So yes, that's actually almost a perfect spot to put those is in a loop. Now these portable ore advancers, I would suggest not putting any in the loop at all. And the reason why I would say not putting them in a loop is because you can only use 30.
Right.
So if you put them through the loop, then you're using them preemptively. But if you put them after the loop, and you make sure you get them, say you're maxing out these Freon blasters,
Yeah.
which are cap percentage, then you can capitalize on that afterwards and add percentage onto it later.
Got it. Yeah, I had those out here first, and then I was playing around and I moved them here and thinking, well, if I can only use 30 and I'm looping these things around 10 times, why can't I just use 3 here? But I see what you're saying. They're going to
Yeah.
add a percentage based on the
Yep.
final value, so you want that value higher.
Yep, exactly. So that way you can boost it as much as you possibly can. But before these, can you afford any Schrodinger's?
Yeah, and I was told by a viewer that I should get like 5 to 10 of those things if I could.
Yes, Schrodinger's. Now, after your loop, it would be best to put your Schrodinger's and then put your portable ore advancers, and then put your ore zappers, which I don't see any ore zappers.
which I have, but I haven't used.
Okay,
Let's see.
okay. Is your
If
issue with the ore zappers figuring out how to get the ore through
it was, yeah.
them? That is a common issue. Don't feel bad.
I did see someone with some type of setup that basically they just came up one of these ramps and
Yes.
dropped down.
The large conveyor, you can drop it right into them, and it says you can only use 3 ore zappers, but there's something wrong with the game to where it will let you use 4 of them.
Nice.
Now this alien relic, I believe what it does is it removes an upgrade amount from an ore. It doesn't actually remove the upgrade, but it removes an upgrade amount, if that makes sense. Like each upgrade is tagged onto an ore, and there's certain items later on that says if it's been upgraded X amount of times, then it reduces its value that it buffs the ore. Like what's that? There's an actual cell furnace that depends on how many times you've upgraded, and that's where the alien relic would come into play.
So it's probably not really doing a lot for me.
Yeah, no. But it's a cool looking item though. It's
Yeah,
really
it is. Like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, no, that helps. And then, so if I get some Schrodingers, move the portables, add some kind of additive things here first.
Mm-hmm.
I could also get a different furnace. I mean, this one's not bad. But I was looking at one. Let me see if I can find it again.
I'm curious about this little mine over here. This is actually a new item.
Yeah, that's there were 2 codes, and they were only good for a day, and they were on Twitter. And it was funny because you can see their names are YUG, huge, and their description was, like a dropper so big it makes the massive mines look tiny, and then when you place it, it was this thing. So.
Nice. That sounds like something Bereza would do.
Yeah.
He likes to troll the community.
It was, and now it's my favorite thing ever.
How much is it actually netting?
10K each.
Oh, that's actually not too bad for something that small.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot, but it's cute.
That's cool. That is so cool.
Okay. All right, so we got to fix the thingamajiggy with painite, fix the portables, and then let me take a look at my inventory here for additives.
Beginning set up the way up high upgraders. You can upgrade all the way up to 4 million. Now, they're a lot harder to work with just because now a lot of people, instead of looping the way up hires, they'll just do like an entire row of them, like in the beginning. And then you'll have ore worth 4 million before going into a loop. And in the loop, you could still use like the Freon blasters, which should get you all the way up to 500 million per ore. Another good one that you could put is the Cursed Ore Purifier in the beginning. That's an additive. And it actually adds... Now, it says it adds 40,000 to the value, but it was secretly nerfed to 20,000. So the description is messed up on that one.
Okay.
But still, 20,000 per ore additive in the beginning is an awesome boost to have in the beginning. And then you could probably just get rid of these ore purifier, the blue ones.
No, hit F. The over here.
Yeah, you could probably just get rid of these. Painite is going to be one of your best mines for a beginning setup. Now, Mithril is good, but it's highly expensive, and the drop rate doesn't compare to Painite. And don't ever get the orbital antimatter. That thing is horrible.
Okay.
Like it drops ore randomly anywhere on your base.
That's Not helpful at all.
Yeah, you have no idea where it's gonna land. Like seriously, it does.
Awesome, man. I feel like I actually have a bit of a plan here. Any thoughts on the sacrificial altar? Like, I'm looking up here. I'm trying to find because I can't remember what they told me, but they said, "Hey, go get this furnace," and it might have been.
I mean, a Dream Maker is definitely an upgrade to it. Because it is the sacrificial altar is 7 times the ore value.
Yeah.
The Dream Maker is 10 times the ore value. But then the Shrine of Penitence is 15. So you're not the QNs yet. So if you can afford the Dream Maker, then that's definitely going to be a big boost for your setup.
But the Schrodingers should be priority, I take it.
Yes. I would probably start off with 5 Schrodingers. Now, here's the thing with the Schrodinger build. It is the most efficient for the first life for a first life setup, but you gotta have patience because there will actually be times ores will come out and be worth absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Because the Schrodingers are completely random. Okay, the ore can go in, it can get multiplied, and then multiplied again throughout the Schrodingers, or it can go in and lose all its value and then not be able to be multiplied because it's at 0, or it can, I mean, there's so many things that can happen. But if you have a lucky ore go through all of them and get multiplied, all of a sudden you'll see your money just jump and you'll be like, what happened? Okay, now in the UC store, let me look here. There is an awesome mine for the radium mine for 185 UC. Now, this will not work with the thingamajig, but this will work with your conveyor setup. That mine is way better than like all the mines that you can buy in the game right now that you can afford.
Oh, I see it. 185?
Yes.
Wait a minute. It says 185, but then when I had it set to 4. I'm like, why did it go up?
Yeah, you want to turn it down to 1.
Nice. All right, dude, you are saving my butt.
We'll get you reborn in no time.
This is gonna rock. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the Schrodingers will go right after the lunar guy.
Yep.
Delete. Well, withdraw. One. Come on. Is that lining up? Or yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, you're good.
I also have an ore replicator, which I've never gotten to work, but maybe I should try it on that new radium mine, huh?
Actually, what you want to do with the ore replicator is you want to replicate after Schrodinger's, because if you got because another thing that Schrodinger can do is it can actually destroy ores as well. So if you get a maxed out ore, like one that's worth so much money out of the Schrodinger's, and then you duplicate it with the replicator, then you've got 2 of them now. So, but if you duplicate in the beginning and then they go through, then you've got, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. So does the ore have to drop through that little green thing?
Yes, and then there's a little white dropper at the base of it, and the replicated ore comes out there.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so how do I get it to drop through?
You use one of the large conveyor ramps, and you can actually probably fit it right here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, well, you know what? This might be long enough right here for the Schrodinger, actually, without having to put a wall. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you should be all right. Yeah, and then put the large conveyor here.
Let's see. I may need another one of those. Oh no, I got one. Sweet. Rotate. Okay.
There you go. Now, if you put the actual replicator here on like where I'm standing, facing this way, and have.
Why is nothing lining up now? That stinks.
Oh, we can make that line up. You just got to get some basic conveyors.
Okay. E. Chunk. Like that?
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So now remove this conveyor, this last conveyor here. All right. Now get 2 basic conveyors, the ones without the walls.
Got it.
Okay. So now you want 1 basic conveyor facing this way, like out, the direction it's supposed to go.
Okay.
Okay. Then you want 1 facing this ways, right next to it. There you go. So now the ore will actually come through here like this and go that way.
Nice.
And that's also a good way to center ore too. There's some upgraders where there's like a beam right in the center.
Yeah.
Now, I see you know the ramping method. That's a good way to center as well. But this is another method to center ores in the on the conveyor. And if you use a flaming ore scanners, can you afford flaming ore scanners?
Let me see.
Get 2 of those. And what we're going to do is we're going to put those at the very end of your setup, right after the industrial ore welder. So we might actually have to move this. I forgot all about that. Those are amazing because they are, I think they're ×4 multiplicative.
Yep.
So that is a big boost.
4 seconds to live.
Yes, so you want to put them right before the furnace.
Rotate, rotate, rotate. Boom, boom, boom. Ahaha. That looks awesome.
Hopefully with this here, it should. Hopefully, I would remove this portable flamethrower and this conveyor here, and move the furnace 1 closer, so that way you're not risking destroying your ores.
Good call. That would not be good.
Now you can line this conveyor with your portable ore advancers.
It shall be done. Where are they? Here we go. I have exactly 30 of them. Come on, I'm stuck. Let's go. Okay.
All right. And now
We have 9 left.
all right, you can put the receiver.
Okay. You're kind of cutting out a little bit on audio, but I got it. Put the receiver down.
Oh.
I think that is the right direction.
Yep, that's right. And then there is actually an item. If you go into where your conveyors are sold, there is a item called a conveyor converter. And that converts from a wide conveyor to a smaller one. Now, there's other ways to do that. You can use basic conveyors to move them, like I showed you earlier, into one way, which some people do that if you're really trying to save space. Like if you're using 10, 12, or 13 Schrodingers, which some people do, then you want to save as much space as possible.
Got it. Oh. Now I got it.
Okay, and now what we're going to do is pick up the professional upgrader real quick and pick up these conveyors and put in the conveyor ramp, the large one.
Okay. Oh, I need a new one.
The ore zappers, put 4 of them.
Nice.
Okay. Trying to think of how we can make room here, because we ultimately want to use your professional upgrader as well. We might have to move all this back a bit. Dang it.
Okay, so the professional first?
Yep.
Nope.
All right.
That did not line up.
Oh, it's not going to line up perfectly as long as the ore will drop onto it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine.
That's right. Okay.
And then at the end here now, you want to put in your industrial ore welder. And then we'll put in the flaming ore scanners and then right into the furnace.
Nice. Welder. There it is. Oh, I have 2 of those.
Oh, at the industrial ore welders?
Yeah. I don't think that
Yeah,
helps.
unfortunately, you can only use 1, but it'd be awesome if you could use more than 1.
Yeah.
Because that's a straight up ×2 multiplicative.
This is another
And
thing.
you should only need 2 of the triple droppers too if you put them really close to it, like on this first one.
Okay.
To save you on some space there too.
Boom. Oop. Rotate.
All right, and then your flaming ore scanners, and then your furnace.
This is so cool. Flaming scanners. There we go. Rotate. Click. 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 Okay. And now... Wait, now the furnace? Or
Yep.
Wait. Okay. Thought we were forgetting something. What's the thing that gives them 4 seconds to live? Is that...
That's the flaming ore
okay.
scanners that you already dropped.
Got it. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Nice. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Nice.
Awesome.
Let's get some radium. Maybe. Radium. It's a cool looking dropper too.
Yeah, it is. It's got like toxic waste barrels in front of it. I love it. Yeah, I use this thing for like the first, I don't know, 10, 20 lives.
That's awesome. And it's not reborn proof, right?
It is reborn proof.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you'll have that thing forever. It is a premium item. Oop, look, things are already blinking.
Wow.
It's just because the radium's worth so much off rip.
Now, should I send it through or load this thing up because the Schrodiner is going to kill a lot of it?
However you want to do it, because I mean, like you said, the ore value from the radium's already pretty high. So I mean, it just shouldn't take long to fill it back up again. Plus, it drops so much.
All right, let's check this thing out. Yeah, a lot of flashing. Here we go.
Oh, don't stand too close to the Schrodinger's either. It will completely wreck you.
Some things got through.
Yes, and see the ones that are have the purple effects on them?
Yeah.
Those ones have been blessed by the Schrodinger.
Ooh.
Now, it doesn't guarantee those ones will always be worth the most because it could be blessed by one Schrodinger and then demultiplied from another. But that's just cool that it shows the effect. And then
Lots
the
of
ones
T's.
that get set on fire. And here's the other thing too: the more Schrodingers you add, the higher multiplicative chance that you have. So the more you go up, and actually you went from 6 QD to 7.45 QD.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
So the more Schrodingers you add, the more value you're going to end up getting. And I've seen people where they have up to 15 Schrodingers.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, a 15 Schrodinger one is one ore will come out once every 20 minutes. And it could be good or it could be bad. But you get that one ore that's worth Q ends, and you're like, whoa. So, yeah, Schrodinger build is it requires patience. Like I said, sometimes they'll come out normal value. Sometimes they'll come out really good. Sometimes they'll come out really crappy. But it is by far the quickest way to advance.
I mean, I can afford 2 more.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Throw 2 more in there. Let's do it.
F. All right, I'm going to stop the radium for a moment. I love you, radium, but just stop for a minute.
And then I'd say once you have these 7, I would save up enough to get the next tier furnace and then replace that. And then just watch your money go up.
I like the sound of that. Okay, so rotate. There is 1. And you said kill the ramp because the wall will stop it.
Yes.
So let's do that. Is it too wide?
Yeah, it's only 2 wide.
Nice. It just looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Even if it doesn't work, it looks cool. Yeah, and this radium is my new favorite thing in the world. It just looks...
radium mine's so awesome. I love that thing. It's one of the coolest looking mines in the game, I think.
And I could fit 2 more of those Freon blasters, 3 more of those Freon blasters in without messing with the ramps.
Yeah, and see, that would also help you camp them out without having to loop, and then you could continuously do it like you wanted to as well.
Okay, I'm going to try to edit these things live. Oops. Apparently I'm not fast enough to do that, but... Okay, there's 1.
There you go. We'll see if that caps it out. Oh, yeah, the last one's blinking. Nice. Well, not all the time, but most of the time.
Some of them are missing, but I got room for 1 more. I could do 1 more.
Yeah, you could put 1 more right here, and then you could guarantee them all.
All right.
I think it's because they center themselves right here with this ramp, and then,
Yep.
So at the beginning, they're not guaranteeing to upgrade all of the ores. There you go. Awesome.
That's pretty good. Yeah, and I'm back up to 7 QD already.
Yep. And then once you're able to afford the next tier furnace, just upgrade that. And then once you're able to afford the next tier after that, upgrade that. And just keep building money.
I think I can afford it. The Dream Maker's 2.15 QD, right? Yeah.
I believe so. Yep, you can afford it.
All right, this is a good way to end it. I'm going to buy it, and I'm gonna place it.
Awesome.
ZE place. Let's watch the monies roll in. Oh yeah, the Schrodingers are killing a lot right now.
Yeah, see, the Schrodingers will definitely kill a lot of your ore, but though, like I said, if you have patience and you just wait, you'll get that one ore that'll just be like, oh my gosh, it was like 3 QD. You're like, what?
592 trillion. So that's nothing to sneeze at.
Oh yeah, you'll start. Like I said, this is a patience build, but oh man, you could reborn so much quicker. Like a lot of people, like if they just do basic setups without Schrodinger's, it could take days and days and days and days to get your first reborn. But with this, it usually takes in a matter of maybe 5 hours of playtime.
Nice. Awesome, man. Like, this is hypnotic. I could just watch it for days.
Definitely.
Dude, I love it. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Alrighty, people. So you can no longer make fun of me. I have a legit setup, thanks to DarkJ.
Oh,
I appreciate it. And hey, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know about DarkJ, you will find his link in the description. You should definitely go check that out because the dude knows his stuff. Plus, he's just a cool guy. In the meantime, if you do have tips, there's a comment section right down there. Please use that. Thank you very much. And if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Check out some videos. Consider subscribing. I would love to have you. Check out Dark. And that's all I got. Dark, anything you want to say?
As always, guys, stay awesome. Be sure to hit that like button and visit DigDug's channel. Subscribe and comment. Give him any tips that you have or anything that could help him out in the future with this. And guys, have a good one. I'm DarkJ.
And I'm DigDug.
And we're out.
See you guys.